So I did part two of the rust removal products, and it was actually very similar results on both products. But I'll give you a show of it right now. It'll be following this, and you can decide for yourself which is better. Again, the Evapo-Rust I was able to get $6 a gallon cheaper, so um, very similar results. So uh, I guess my thing is my opinion is swayed towards the Evapo-Rust, but you decide for yourself. Take a look. I'll show you what I've done and how I did it. Okay, so I'm gonna open the tubs now. It's not been 24 hours. It's been probably like 18 hours, or yeah, probably around 18 hours. But I wanted to open them just to see what the parts look like and if they needed to be turned. Okay, so the first thing that I noticed is with this metal rescue, when I had this part in the paper cup, the liquid never turned colors at all. And as you can see, there is some brown on the bottom, brown like rust material on the bottom. So let me take the part out of it. I'm going to use the pliers um, just for no more reason than cross-contamination. Actually, um, glasses. It actually looks like the rust was removed off of it. Let me, I'm gonna flip it over. Let me get the other part out. Kind of the same thing. That looks like appears to be that surface rust has been removed off of it. Now it is still tarnished and stuff, but um, I got to tell you, it's a lot better results than I got with this piece in the paper cup. Now, whether that paper has something to do with it or not sure. Now let's try the Evapo-Rust. Actually, it looks pretty much the same as that one over there. Now there is one area right there on the nut, the stud in the nut, but that was kind of out of the liquid. It was sticking, protruding up. Let me turn this one over so that it's down in the liquid. And this one's the same way. You can see the points of contact on it where it was actually touched in the bottom of the pan. But we've got that black residue on it And I think from watching some other videos on Evapo-Rust, that's pretty standard, is that black residue being there. I gotta tell you, I've turned them, but they kind of both looks like they're doing about the same job. The only difference being is the Evapo-Rust cost approximately $6 less per gallon. I'll bring you back after I let them soak for the 24 hours. I don't know if it's picked up in the camera or not, but one of the things that I noticed, it's almost been 24 hours, and I've got this metal rescue can in pan, and I'm getting some like bubbling action out of it. Now I kind of looked in the Evapo-Rust, and hang on, let me shut this up and open the Evapo-Rust, and basically there's nothing. No bubbling action. Now I don't know whether that bubbling action means anything. If we're getting some kind of a chemical reaction out of the metal rescue that's creating that bubbling action, and it's not happening with the Evapo-Rust, but I'm about ready to take them out, so what I'll do is let me pull them out, and I'll bring you back. Okay, so I'm going to pull them out now. What I'm going to do is just pull them out and wipe them off with a towel, an old dirty towel. So those are the two from Metal Rescue. Let me use the other side and a different end of the towel for these, so there's really no cross-contamination of the fluids. And here are the two from Evapo-Rust. And let me kind of, so this is Evapo-Rust, and this is Metal Rescue. There is some On the Metal Rescue one, there is some like rusting that it didn't take off. But basically, they're pretty much the same. Yeah, basically they almost are the same. Metal Rescue. It cleaned up this center drill really nice, Metal Rescue. But then with the Evapo-Rust, it cut up this piece of cleaned up this piece of tool steel real nice too. So I'm not really seeing a really big difference. What I'm going to do is take them over to a wire wheel that I have and just maybe polish half of them and see what kind of results I get, if there's any different results after you brush them off. So I'll bring you back. Okay, so here's what we've got after the wire wheel. This is the Evapo-Rust. And it cleaned up nice. So Evapo-Rust, this is the one with the Metal Rescue. Now, to me, it kind of appears that it's not really pitting. A patina, I don't know what you really want to call it. It did also, but it didn't come off with a wire wheel either. Not that I really did it that long or that hard with the wire wheel. I just kind of ran it through the wire wheel. I didn't try and spend any extra time on it to take it off, but it definitely appears that the Metal Rescue left some stuff on it that Evapo-Rust didn't, or that Evapo-Rust took off. Now I want to show you, here's what I did on this side of it. I just used a Scotch-Brite pad and just scuffed it up, no wire wheel, just kind of rubbed it off by hand, and that's what I got with the Evapo-Rust. And this is what I got with Metal Rescue. So there isn't really a lot of difference in it. I've got to say though, for $6 less a gallon, I'd probably go with the Metal Rescue. I'm sorry, the Evapo-Rust. I would go with the Evapo-Rust, and but again, you know, if you could buy Metal Rescue cheaper than that, it's not that much different than Evapo-Rust. So there it is. Got any questions? Leave them in the comments.